In the first video of the hunt in England, you guys could see that I was able to redeem some games at CEX England. Now I received some responses from viewers who still didn't know whether I made some profit with my games that I brought to the UK. Now, and you know what? They're totally right about that. So in this video, I will clarify this. But first, we're gonna do some game hunting. PlayStation 3 with 3 controllers and a bunch of games. Let's check it out. Ja, dat lukt. Ja.
Dit zijn de controllers van de doosje met spellen en die spellen.
Oh ja, super. Ja. Je hebt ze allemaal gecheckt of ze erin zitten?
Ja.
Ja?
Ja, ja.
Welke was het nou die het niet goed deed dan?
Weet jij nu welke die deed?
Oh, die witte. Ja.
Helemaal goed.
Ja.
Welke optie ermee, hè?
Super, komt helemaal goed. Okay, we got it guys, PlayStation, bunch of games. Let's go to the game room and check it out what we have. Now and look at this, I got myself some brand new Nikes. Oh no, it are games, that's even better. Now to start with the 3 games over here, FIFA 13, FIFA 12 and Disney Infinity. They're worth nothing, so I will just toss them away. And here we have the games that I will trade in at CEX. Nothing really special. Some of them are worth like a couple of euros. I think Batman is worth like 2 euros. And Need for Speed Rivals. Lego Jurassic World is about 2 euros. FIFA 2 as well. Formula 1 2013 and Skate 3 are worth 4 euros. Here we have 6 new titles that will enter the collection. The most expensive one here is Spec Ops, the line. Now and here we have the white controller that came in this lot, the DualShock 3. She said this thing is not working really proper, and it's not a lie because this thing is really messed up. It's doing things by itself. The other 2 controllers, they have the same issues, man, so it's really messed up. Now we're gonna try to fix them and see if we can cure them from ghosting. And oh my days, this thing is dirty as hell. Look at this, guys. God damn, looks like shit. Oh, no. Now I really did everything I could, but I just can't get it fixed, man. This thing just keeps on jumping all around the screen, so I will just have to give it a rest with the spare parts. Nice. Now let's see if we can get these 2 back to life. Yeehaw. What I do is I fill the bag with foam tape. The foam tape that was there before has dried out and no longer does what it should do. It becomes thinner over time, space is created inside the controller, causing it to ghost. The new foam tape ensures that everything is tight and there's no room to move. This should solve the problem 9 times out of 10. And it's time for another pickup! A PlayStation 3 Slim, 2 controllers and a couple of games. I gave him an offer of 40 euros and he said he didn't want to go lower than 50 euros. I gave him a counter offer, 45. He said deal. Yeah! Now, and to be honest, the 45 euros is even more than I actually want to pay for this deal. Because there are 2 controllers in this deal. And you know how it is with PlayStation 3 controllers. They always have problems. So I said my counter offer is 45 euros. But you have to promise me that the controllers are working, mate. Well, and he said, don't worry, mate. I can guarantee you that they're working proper. Oh, well, let's see about that. We're gonna find out in a minute. Ja, waar het mij om gaat is dat de controllers zeg maar niet uit zichzelf dingen doen.
Oh ja, nee, zover ik weet in ieder geval niet.
Dat heb je nogal vaak. Zie je? Dit doet hij dus, zonder dat je dus knopjes indrukt.
Ja,
gaat hij dus van alles doen.
Opgevallen, nee. Ik met mijn zoontje speelde ik dit altijd in ieder geval. En dan heb ik, naar mijn idee, heb ik daar niet een weet van. Maar als je dat zo ziet, snap ik wat je bedoelt. Ja, dan is het inderdaad aan jezelf om te zeggen van joh, dat wil je wel van niet uiteindelijk.
Ja, doe ik kijk.
Oh ja.
De controller is gewoon niet goed.
Oké, nou dat wist ik niet. Maar dat is goed dat je het gewoon even test. Dat is heel fijn, want dit heb ik nog nooit zelf gezien.
Kijk, deze is. Kijk deze. Lijkt wel oké. Zie, dat is waarom ik 4 tientjes bood.
Ja,
omdat ik er al bang voor was.
Nee, ik had geen idee, nee. Maar joh, als jij zegt van, want deze is dus blijkbaar iets lastiger.
Ja, daar kan je gewoon niet mee spelen, want tijdens het spelen,
ja,
als je Call of Duty aan het doen bent, dan begint hij in het rond te schieten.
Ja, maar dan gaan we toch op die 4 tientjes.
Ja, dan wil ik het wel,
natuurlijk.
Dan wil ik het ook doen.
Je mag deze voor mij gewoon meenemen, stel dat je er nog wat mee kan.
Ja. Proberen of ik iets kan.
Ja, ik moet eerlijk zeggen, ik ken dat ken ik niet.
Nee, ja, ik dus wel. Nee. En daarom.
Nee, maar dat is prima. Ik ben ervoor dat ook.
Daarom zei ik ook van, kan ik hem even werken
zien?
Want dan weet ik het zeker. Want als ik thuis kom en ik zie hem, shit, zie je.
Nee, maar ik ben ook niet de moeilijkste en dat ik zeg, ik had geen idee dat dat überhaupt dat.
Nee, snap ik wel, maar dat hebben de meesten. Weten dat niet.
Even kijken. Hij is compleet.
Ja.
Ik ga even afsluiten. De spelletjes zitten hierin.
Die tientjes voor jou.
Dankjewel man. Alsjeblieft.
Yes, ja, ook bedankt. What did I say, guys? It was a guarantee of nothing because only one controller was working proper, man. Just like I expected. So yeah, I haggled the price down to 40 euros and that's the offer that I gave him in first place. So 40 euros, still a little bit too much, you know, but I will break even and I think I can fix this controller. Just got back from CEX and look at this, guys. They took all the controllers, so that's sweet. And I noticed a little screw up here. The super slim 500 GB budget, that's not right, man. That should be a normal one, 38 euros. So they still owe me $6. But when Ed arrives, I will go back to the store and settle this. But all the controllers, they took them in, so that's great news. Now it might not stay unnoticed by many of you, CEX, they changed their prices for PlayStation 1 games. They increased most of them and there is a difference between games without or with manual. Now there's one PlayStation 1 game that I'm about to pick up, so stay tuned to see what game have spotted my radar. Hey.
Voor de
yes.
Unholy War.
De Unholy War, ja.
Hier is die.
Dit is €2.
Ja,
past.
Tom, alsjeblieft.
Ja, super.
Veel plezier ermee.
Ja, dankjewel. Komt goed. Hoi, hoi. Here we have it, the Unholy War. Now, and this is the game I was talking about, guys. The Unholy War for the PlayStation 1. I do not have this game in my small collection yet, but I don't plan on keeping it either. I paid 22 euros for the game. It's in a great condition. It has the manual and it's an English game, so little else can go wrong. Now, this game yields £35 of credit at CEX UK, which converts to about 41 euros. And let it be that Ed is coming by this week, and I think he will be willing to submit this game to CEX for me. So yeah, this was a pretty easy and quick flip. I collected retro games in various ways in 2023 to take with me to the UK, with the aim of redeeming it and buying GameCube games in return. And of course, it is nice to trade them in for a profit so that the whole process is also useful. Now, and during my hunt with Ed Hunts, it emerged that several game titles make some money at CEX UK. Well, and I hadn't looked at it that way before because here in the Netherlands that construction does not really work. Simply because CEX Netherlands doesn't sell really retro. Now, and because I want to complete my GameCube collection, the following idea came up. What if I go to England, hand in retro games that I try to find in the Netherlands in the meantime? Hand them in there for a profit and then buy the GameCube games that I still need to complete my collection. That's not only a fun experience, but also a brilliant way to complete my set. So at the end of the year, the time had come. The first stop was CEX Bromley, where I traded in most of my games. Now let's see which games I sold to them. Now let's go through the games that I sold to CEX Bromley. The first one is Donkey Kong 64 for 23 quid. That's the game that I got from the woman with the many thrift store finds in The Hague. Then we have the Smurfs for 12 quid and Dennis for 13 quid. Those I got from the convention. Top Gear Hyperbike for 23 quid and Robotron for 18 quid. Those two games I got from used products in Alphen aan de Rijn. And here we have Pokemon Yellow, 21 quid, is also from the woman with the thrift store finds. Donkey Kong Land 2 for 4 quid and the Smurfs for 4 quid. I think those two are from the convention. And Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 for 4 quid is from the woman with the thrift store finds. Super Mario Land for 3 quid is from the convention. And Wario Land 3 for 10 quid is also from the woman with the thrift store finds. So in total I received £135 in credit. And in total I paid €66.50 for all these games. And this translates into a profit of €91.50. Now, and in Stratford I also traded in two games. They're over here. Tintin in Tibet unboxed for 14 quid and Tintin in Tibet boxed for 45 quid. And I only paid €17 for those two games. A part of the credit I already used for 3 GameCube games, Incredibles, SpongeBob and Kelly Slater. Now, and this is the credit that I got left from this deal, 37 quid. And don't worry guys, this voucher is already redeemed. Well, and now the answer to the question, was it all worth it to collect retro games here in the Netherlands and then take it all the way with you to England to redeem it at CEX? Hell yeah, it was worth it, man. It was a great adventure. I had a great time and I can advise everybody to do it. The only thing what you should take into account is that some CEXs are critical when games are not in English. If this is not the case, they can refuse it. To prevent this, it's the best to ensure that everything that you take with you is in English. Well, and of course you can also make these kinds of profits in the Netherlands. But the real difference is hunting for truly retro is way more fun than just hunting for some lame PlayStation 3 collections, of which 9 out of 10 controllers are usually ready for the graveyard. So it's not only even worth it to bring the retro with you, but it's even more worth it to bring back the retro with you. Well guys, and as always, thanks for hanging out again. If you enjoyed watching the video, then please, by all means, don't forget to like it, leave a comment down below, consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys on the next.